Welcome to another episode of the Mompreneur Huddle, where motherhood and entrepreneurship meets, and we talk about everything in between.
What we do.
Girl, you's a boss mom. Baby girl, you so perfect. Girl, you's a boss mom. Making everything worth it. Girl, you's a boss mom. Stand on all of your business, and when it come to investments, and baby girl, you the realest. Girl, you's a boss mom.
Yeah, I like that right there.
Today, I have an amazing, phenomenal guest with me today, Mrs. Cleopatra Robinson of A Home from Shana Foundation, all the way from Philadelphia. What's up, girl?
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
good.
You good?
Yes.
So this is a special episode because Cleo and I do know each other. It's my homegirl. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. You know, I wouldn't have it any other way. I've been
sure.
telling her to come down to the show for how long? How long have I been inviting you?
I want to say a year, but that may be too long, right? A few months?
No.
A year? About
It was
a year
like
or so?
a year.
you're
Yeah.
But I'm
We had
here
that
now.
many-
so.
Yes, and I'm glad you're here.
All
So
right.
welcome.
you.
How are you enjoying your time in Atlanta so far?
Atlanta is a vibe. It's quiet.
Quiet where?
And your neighborhood is quiet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I like that. It kind of reminds me of Philly. Like, if you want a vibe, you know where to go. If you want a quiet piece, a quiet space, you know where to go. So.
Yes.
That's cool.
The Atlanta is definitely a vibe. So,
Yeah.
well, again, welcome. Now, I do want to go ahead and jump into this episode. Now, I am extremely proud of Cleo. She honestly single-handedly started a movement after a traumatic situation that happened to us in 2019. Can you tell our audience about what you do, who you are, and why you started your foundation?
Sure. So I am a birth doula. I became a birth doula in 2020 after almost 10 years in corrections. I did not want anything to do with the medical field, with blood, with hospitals, with specifically labor and delivery, anything that had to do with women, children, babies. That was not my thing. Intentionally, like that just wasn't my interest. So going from a type of law enforcement and corrections to birth doula was, to say a task all in by itself would be an understatement, but it was almost like a calling, like a shift change. So as you mentioned, tragedy hit. I became a birth doula, and with that work, I became to understand and learn about other social determinants that actually affect positive outcomes, especially in Black and brown communities when it comes to childbirth and pregnancy.
So break it down for our audience, because you started a foundation.
I did start a foundation.
Your foundation.
A Home from Shana
A Home from
Foundation.
Shana. Tell us a little bit about A Home from Shana.
A little bit.
A lot of it.
of
I mean,
it.
we got time.
Of course,
but
we got time.
Get the context behind it, because I know.
Okay.
Right? But there's a lot of people who want to watch that don't know.
All right. So, yes, I am the founder and the executive director of A Home from Shana Foundation. We are a 501c3. A Home from Shana Foundation was created to not only honor the life, but to uplift the legacy of LaShana Gilmore. And as you mentioned, that was our sister. We don't really say best friend. And excuse me, because I still don't say was whenever
You don't talk
I'm
past
talking
tense.
about Shana. And that's something obviously I need to work on, because when we're talking, it's like, okay, well, it really was. But Shana was our best friend. And unfortunately, she became one of those preventable deaths when it came to the maternal health crisis in our city.
Yeah.
So as of right now, other than raising awareness of the Black maternal health crisis, A Home from Shana Foundation recently launched Labor Live Love, which will be an emergency intake center for pregnant and expectant moms.
Nice. And this is just in Philly, though.
For now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will basically provide emergency housing and 24/7 doula care.
Let me ask you this question. And I am not. I talk about Shana in previous episodes.
Yeah.
And I don't want to dig down that road too much right now.
Okay.
But I am curious. Before that happened, how much awareness did you have about that social issue? Like how? Because
Absolutely.
I didn't hear anything.
Absolutely none. So, and that's the thing. So, it's crazy because, and it still sounds crazy saying that I didn't even know a woman was still dying
From
during
childbirth. Right.
But it's like, because of this incident, because of what we experienced, the trauma that even I experienced, that everyday woman experience, not only Black and brown women, of course, we have it more, but it's almost like we're so accustomed to it, or we think it's normal. So it's like, damn, that happened. That was a traumatic experience. You mean they gave you a pat on your back and said try again after you had a miscarriage? That's a traumatic experience.
You hit something that it may have went over some people's head. I don't want to skip over that part. We think it's normal.
Right.
We've accepted that level of care or neglect.
Because of lack of knowledge.
Yeah. Right. But, oh my gosh, imagine like all of the cases that, and I remember the video that you did when it first happened, when you first started your foundation, and we were at the launch and there was a video,
right,
and you were running down the numbers. I was shocked. And then honestly, it made me a little nervous to get pregnant and have a baby. Like it put that fear in me because it's like, it could have been any one of us. It could have been anybody,
yeah,
right? How do you, and you didn't have a background in any of this.
Right.
This was like, God said, you're going to do it and you're going to do it.
Right.
She was just a vehicle, or she was that motivation behind you doing it. How do you start that? Like dealing with your own emotion, your own, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going through a trauma yourself. How do you find the strength to say, I got to do this?
I'm still finding the strength to say I have to do it. And in the beginning, like, and you mentioned the launch, right? Mm-hmm. Even at that launch, I wasn't even sure of my vision. I just know what I wanted to do.
Really?
I promise you. Do y'all don't remember the speech? There was barely a speech.
I don't remember a speech at all, honestly.
Right. So it was like, hey, we're launching. And it was like, I just know I wanted to make sure everyone knows Shana's name, her story, that she's not forgotten, that her story is told, and that in some way, shape, form, or fashion, I want to help
other women
during pregnancy.
Yeah.
I don't know how we were going to do it. I don't know what direction it was going to go. And it's crazy because every time I think about it, I always think back to the launch. And it's like, I remember we launched and we know what we wanted to do, but there was no specific vision. Like there wasn't, we didn't have direction. We just know what we wanted to do. And I know what sounds like, well, how do you know what you want to do, but you don't have the vision? There was no vision.
Right.
But the vision is so broad now, and it's not only broad, but it's actually making impact.
It's taking a life of its own.
Oh my gosh!
Like it's taking a life of its own. And in all fairness, though, I don't think any entrepreneur, mompreneur, nonprofit, CEO, a founder, we all experience that. There's an idea, but we don't know what the vision actually is. Yeah. We just know we got to do it. You know what I mean?
So I'm going to answer your question because you just said it. And as cliche as it sounds, even with being a doula, no one wakes up and say, I want to be a birth doula, right? It's not one of those multi-million paying jobs.
Yeah.
It's time consuming. You're basically on call, usually the week before and the week after someone's due date.
Yeah.
You miss birthdays. You honestly really do. You're tired afterwards. It's stressful. It takes a toll on your mental health, especially for me. This may be my first time actually saying this publicly, but my first in-person birth was actually at Lincoln Hospital because I received my doula training at the end of COVID. So while other doulas were like, they actually were trained and COVID was their first time actually doing virtual births, I was the opposite.
Okay, so wait, rewind it back though, because everybody don't know what Lincoln Hospital and
so
the
Lincoln
connection.
Medical Center is where LaShana Gilmore gave birth.
Okay. Okay.
That's where
And that was where you first.
that was my first live in person childbirth, serving as a birth doula.
How long after the incident did you deliver your first?
In person.
In person, yeah. How long after? Like, what was
This
the gap
was
between?
June, so I became a doula in 2020, and this was June 2021.
Okay. Where was your mind at?
On Juneteenth, at that.
On Juneteenth.
On Juneteenth.
Where was your mind at that
Oh, I
time?
wasn't going.
Really?
I wasn't going. I was yeah, so I was actually supporting this mom, and so I knew I did not want to be at her birth.
Okay.
And we made that clear. I told her I would support her husband up until that point. Now, I did know she was delivering at Lincoln, so I knew that's why I didn't want to be at her birth. But her husband also had a new job, a new position, and he wasn't, there was a possibility. So whenever we have our doula appointments, we actually include at least 2 visits with the father to, you know, go over pressure points and comfort measures. So we were prepared for him to either be at the birth or not at the birth. So we were actually vending, and I believe this was maybe our first vending event. Like, we set up a whole resource table at the park, and she called me and she said, "Hey, Cleo, I think I'm in active labor." And I was like, "Well, I know you're not in active labor because you're talking on the phone. If you were in active labor, you won't be talking." So, you know, we're going back and forth. I go to the house, and she's like, "Well, can you at least follow me to the hospital?" And I'm like, "All right, I will follow you and your mother to the hospital." Girl, we get to the hospital. And at this time, I was like so anti certain hospitals. I didn't want to. I mean, you know, we didn't want to drive past it. We didn't want to see it. We didn't want to hear it. So all of those feelings, I'm lying. They were there, but they wasn't coming up yet.
Okay.
And that's because I know I didn't really have to face it. I know I wasn't going to the hospital. When I tell you, this young lady gave birth, not only in the hospital, but in the room that we were in. Did I ever say this
No,
before?
I did not know that.
Okay. So I called
Wait
my
a minute.
husband.
So, okay. Wow.
So we were actually in the room where we were when we heard the commotion. So I stepped outside of the room. I got to keep going.
Wow.
I got to keep going, all right? So when we went in, so I called my husband. I stepped outside the room, and I said, I don't think, actually I called him to say, I think this is the room. And as I'm telling him that, I see the glass that I actually punched on July 26, 2019.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Cleo, what is going on?" I'm like, "Babe, I cannot do this." And I'm looking at the desk of the, I don't want to say, I guess they were like the, I don't know if they were the nurses.
Whoever
they were, yeah. But at that time, honestly, there wasn't even, no, I'm lying. There were nurses there when I was there for the young lady. But at that night, I don't remember anyone being at that desk.
Okay.
And I'm telling him, I'm like, "I don't think I can do it." I said, "Matter of fact, I don't have to, because this wasn't part of the plan. They didn't even pay me to be here." So then at the same time, her mom is coming out, and she's like, "Yeah, so-and-so isn't going to make it," the husband.
God was setting every scenario. And as you're telling, this is the first time that I've heard
I'm sorry.
this. First time I'm hearing
I told
it.
you.
But oh my God. So he was setting the scenario. That moment, that was the shift.
I think it was definitely
the shift.
And that was only one incident, honestly. Like, we had,
But the first, that's important.
Yeah.
That was your surrender moment to that calling. No matter what barriers, you know what I'm saying? Girl.
Yeah.
No, yo.
And I stayed there. This girl, she envisioned and delivered the exact way she wanted to. And everything that I learned about, everything that I, not teaching, but everything that we discussed, it was like, oh, this is real. Like, this can really happen. She can really have an unmedicated birth. She can actually, it was in the hospital. And don't get it twisted. Like, we're not against hospital birth, but this young lady was in the hospital. And everything she said she wanted to do, it happened. And she allowed me to support her.
Wow.
And I was, oh goodness.
Wow.
The anger went away. Yes, I slept for like 72 hours after that. I put my little head tie on, and I was like, all right, let's go. Like, her mom was a little older, so she was a little nervous, and she was like, listen, you gotta get the epidural. Like, we can't do this. And she was like, I'm not doing it. And I reminded her about the ring of fire. Like, what's gonna happen when it comes? And she was like, it's gonna come. I'm ready for it. She don't even know what the ring of fire is, right? No, okay. So,
No, coming through.
Yes,
Yes, I know.
So,
this is my first time hearing this.
when
So
they
that's
were
why I'm like
actually
in the.
telling her, and when I say young girl, I mean young. Like, she was a young mom, not in her
18,
20s, but she was
19.
not that young.
Oh, okay.
But she was a young mom, and she had just experienced some trauma herself before that. It was just like doula work is so amazing.
Oh, I can imagine. You have to be. That has to be your calling.
It has
if
to be.
You are
We call it hard work.
Yes.
It's hard, but it's for me. Like, you know me.
Yes. You're not nice. I know you're nice.
I wasn't gonna say all of that.
I ain't gonna
But
say
what
that.
do
No.
I have? Like,
But
even
it's
my mom is like, you
But
don't even
this
like
is how you
hospitals.
know. This is how you know when God pulls you in a direction.
Yeah.
This is how you know, because you were in corrections, beating people up, taking people down. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now it's like that had to happen. But do you imagine? Can you imagine how many people that you're going to help and save through what you're doing now?
Honestly,
yes.
Now I'm really I'm accepting that.
Yes.
Not saying I was running away from it, but it was like, girl, like, this is your calling.
Yes.
And sometimes I think, like, well, and I struggle with anger, because it's like, if Shana was here, I won't be doing none like, even the stuff that comes my way. It's like, yo, I really don't have to go through this, or I shouldn't be going through this. And if she was here, I wouldn't even be going through it. Ooh,
the bad stuff.
I'm about to tear up.
But no, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But right after that anger, oh, if she was here, I wouldn't be going through this.
It don't last long.
It don't last long, because God blesses you with what? He done opened doors and position you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, but it's building you. That's why I said that's the shift.
Yeah.
That is the shift. Thank you. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. Let's switch it up just a bit. Let's switch it up. Let's talk about Cleo, the mom.
Ooh.
Now, because your baby about to be a grown up.
Yeah, he turns 18 in December.
Yes, yes. What do you think? What do you think that the you go ahead. What do you think that the foundation, or just the startup of the foundation, what do you think that is doing for you as a mom? Like, what is it teaching you as a mom?
Oh my goodness. Balance.
Does that exist in motherhood?
And time management. It should. And it's funny that you're asking, because now with the space, we have a property where we're going to be housing moms.
Okay. Oh, wait! Don't just jump over.
Okay.
You talking to me like
Okay.
we just talk. I
Okay.
know the bed, but you get some context behind it. Don't just say we have a space, not just a space. This
Okay.
got a whole house.
It is.
We ain't gonna downplay and say a space.
All right.
A whole house.
It's a beautiful 4-bedroom home.
Yes.
With 3 full bathrooms.
Yes.
Office space where we are going to provide the most safe and warm environment for expectant mothers.
Yes.
Not to give birth, but to support them if they're experiencing any type of unstable or unsecure housing.
Living situations.
Yes.
And I'm so proud. I'm so proud
Thank
of
you.
you.
You were a mess. But
go ahead.
So back to the house. So I would find myself at the house until like 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
And my son, who was about to be 18, he's like, you need work hours. And I would tell him, like, bro, I take you to school every morning. Whenever you need me, I'm there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to say I have to work. You don't hear that from me. You haven't heard that from me in almost 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to stay here until 9 or 10 o'clock at night, let me do so.
That's how you feel?
Yeah, me. Because when you need me, I'm there.
But what if it wasn't? What if it wasn't him saying that? What if that was from God to say and not for him, for you? Because, and I'm only speaking from experience of experiencing burnout from the many businesses I had and where I felt that way. You know what I mean?
And that can happen.
Yeah.
And with you saying that, yes, I realized, like, that it may not even really be him saying that.
Yeah.
Because when I'm home, you pay me absolutely no mind anyway. But it's true. you shouldn't be there. I take him to school at 8 o'clock, and I try to make it to the house at 9 o'clock. But I also try to make it to a Home from Shana Foundation, that house, so I can be in work mode.
Yeah.
I can't be home
And in work mode.
and be in work mode.
Yeah.
I tried it. And when I'm at home, I'm in work mode, home mode, work home mode, mom work mode. It's too many different modes. When I'm over there, it's strictly work.
So, but do you feel like you have to choose?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I know I get a lot done when I'm over there. But for this young man to tell me you need
telling
work
you for
hours,
you.
and it's like, I need work hours. Do you miss anything?
No. I think you missed the whole, I think more so of for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
like you do need work hours. I don't care. And I was the same way.
Yeah.
Like, and just to tell you, like, all I do is focus on this and this and this.
Yeah.
You're going to miss out.
Yeah.
You're going to miss out.
Going to miss out some way.
For
but,
Cleo.
But
and
can
you
I
need
say that might be my shift? That might be my work hours. Because before it was
24/7.
Before I would start working 9, 10 o'clock at night, going into 3, 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
in the
I
morning.
remember. Like, how can you work? I used to ask you, like, how you working? I'll be sleeping.
And I think that was my work hours.
Yeah.
Like when the sun goes down, I'm wide awake and I can work.
Yeah.
So
I definitely agree that you need to learn more balance, though.
Okay.
I mean, I would. I'm just saying.
All right.
Just from out of love.
But
because it's important.
Of course.
We have it, or we think we have it under control in the beginning, but it will absolutely catch up to you.
Yeah,
right.
and
But I think you're on the right track because you have a team. You're building out your team. You have a team, regardless of what it looks like now. But that's the first step of it. Start delegating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yep.
that's what's up. What is the biggest difference you see between the Cleo now
Oh my goodness.
and the Cleo then? Because it's just like, I love to hear those answers because it's especially when you're doing, I never thought I knew I'd probably be on TV somewhere, probably acting or something, but.
Can we try something new?
Cause what? What we trying?
Can I ask you?
No, we ain't asking.
What's the
This ain't
difference?
about me. Really?
Is there a difference in Cleo?
Is there a difference? Oh, you mean ask about, okay. Is there a difference in Cleo?
Yes or no?
I think there's a big difference in Cleo.
Wow.
I
Okay.
think there's a big difference in Cleo.
Okay.
When we first met, y'all, it was we weren't friends. We met through a mutual friend, right?
Yeah.
And I used to think she was like evil to herself, mean girl.
Who,
like
Cleo?
you, yes.
Wow.
I used to think that, and I used to tell I'm like, and our mutual friend Jessica used to try to bring. Now, she was the one that tried to bring everybody together. Like,
Yeah.
when we all went to college, everybody, you get your own friends. She would try to bring everybody together. But I used to think that. But then as I come to know you, like, I used to think that you were very short, speak to speak. It was like to the point, like the looks, like, but in getting to know you, and I don't know if it was directly because of this,
Yeah.
but in getting to know you, I'm like, okay, she's nothing like I thought. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that comes with maturity because we were in high school. We were back high school, college years, what I'm talking about. Now it's like to see you develop and to see you take on this task, especially at that time, the strength is definitely, that's why I was asking about your mindset. The strength is definitely, and maybe the strength was there all along. You just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? That courage, that is definitely growth.
Yeah.
The way I see, right? I've also seen you talk more a lot about, not talk more a lot, but show more a lot about the faith side of it. Strengthening your faith side of it. Even like down to this morning, I'm like, she watching the sermon? She doing that?
Oh,
like, I
my
love the
goodness.
self-development. I peep game because I like to see, especially my friends, the people that I'm around, I like to see that development to keep going and growing. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't stay stagnant and be around y'all if y'all ain't going to be on the, you know what I'm saying? And I'm proud to see that. And I'm just proud to see that. So I do see a difference.
Okay.
But what do you think the biggest difference in yourself is?
So, can I piggyback off of what you said?
Sure. Go ahead,
So the person that actually really brought us together was LaShana. You don't remember that?
It was LaShana, but
you already
the reason why I
had
say
your-
Jess, because I knew you as just friend, not Shana friend.
Okay.
Right? I knew
Yeah.
you as Cleo from Cell.
Yeah.
Shana was Brooke.
took it way back.
We
Yeah.
was Brooke. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
that's why. But I knew it was Shana that was bringing. But
Yes.
you was always just friend.
Yeah.
Crystal and Angel, they was always just friends.
Yeah. Okay, so I get that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jessica was definitely always the common denominator.
Jessica's in these streets. Jessica trying to be kumbaya.
All sides. Ooh, girl. And that meanness that I still have was me protecting myself. I didn't know that back then.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because even in, I took that meanness everywhere, like where I didn't even have to. So when I was working in the prisons, it was so easy.
But it was the environment for it, though.
It was the environment, but it was like I didn't have to prep myself. I'm like, okay, put your strong face on. Like that was me.
Me,
And and I know you probably gonna be like, oh my God. My husband broke that.
Really?
My husband broke that.
Okay, Mr. Robinson.
I didn't have to be like the soldier around. Like I'm always gonna be a soldier, but I didn't have to be this hard, always in defense mode, always ready for whatever.
He allowed you to be that,
always in protective mode person, right? Like not saying, I'm all the way in my soft girl ever, but when I met him, it was like, oh, I can relax. Like I can
that says a lot about him.
But this was years ago, before
Yeah.
people even started talking about soft girl. I didn't know there was a soft girl ever.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was a soldier until my mom told me, like, you cannot talk to your son like he is an inmate. And I was like, no, I don't.
And now you're just as soft as pie when it comes to
I am not as soft as pie.
You are soft as pie.
But I don't feel like
There's nothing wrong with it, though.
I can't help people if I'm always in protective mode and I don't even know when I'm
No one's
protecting.
going to receive that hard. You know what I'm saying? We always got to act out of love.
Right.
Even through the hard things.
And
that's
that's the key word. You got to act out of love. Like even before we do our outreach and our community events, we like a quick team meeting. We always try to go over like the type of environment and the type of people and families that we're going to be dealing with. And it's funny because sometimes you do have to put on
the smile,
even
if
and
you
I'm
don't
not
feel
even
like
smiling.
it. Even if
But
you don't feel like
and
it.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Like if that's not your field, if you're not supposed to be out there dealing with that, then we're gonna find somewhere else for you to be.
Yeah.
But as long as you're representing the Home from Shana Foundation,
Yeah.
and most importantly, the reason for it being, LaShana was not an angry person
At all.
She was not
At all.
hard.
At
She
all.
wasn't like now far from, a softie, but Shana loved.
She was a lover.
everyone.
Social.
And everyone
Outgoing.
would say and can say that was my friend.
Yes.
And sometimes like, well, how was that your friend? Oh, I know that was my friend.
To the point we
And
was
that's
questioning her like, you sure you want to? You sure they cool? Like to that point, but that was just her personality.
that was her naturally.
Yes.
And as cliche as it sounds, like to know her was to love her.
Was
Like
to
you
love
really
her.
have to have a lot of something deep down in you to not even like the girl.
Yeah.
And this work is, oh gosh, is so many layers to it. It's not only just helping women and children. It's a support level. It's the advocating level. It's the actual wanting to connect them to whatever resources. Sometimes you have to end up, sending a friendly email or having a meeting with someone that you
don't want to even bother with.
or
but
never cared for, but because
right.
I know.
That's the test.
Yeah.
That right there is the test.
So girl, that growth is no joke.
Yes.
And I don't despise it. I don't regret it. Now I'm even starting to bring myself to say, what else? Like we got to take care of a old pipe and a flood situation. It's like, all right, cool.
something.
Like I know because of what I'm doing, he gonna try and throw 10 different things
on.
from different ways.
Come on.
So let's do it because it's gonna happen.
Because he never said that the weapons wouldn't form.
Right.
He
They
never said
will
it would.
form.
Yeah. So are you and I know it's taken a shape in the life of its own on its own. But I'm sure you're still planning, or you have goals, or you have things that you want to do.
Yeah.
Not 10 year. That's kind of long. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
2 year, 5 year. What are some things that you can see, even though it may not go that way? What are some things you
Mm-hmm.
can see for this foundation? I know you talked to me about expanding to Atlanta,
Yeah.
possibly. Yes. Come on. What are
Okay.
something? What do we need to look forward to?
Expansion is so easy because people expand. I want the impact of this work to be felt and noticed. Like, I don't want to be not to name call. I don't want to be just another maternal health organization that's jumping on
Bandwagons.
the bandwagon
and
of what's going on. Like, I really want to see results. I want to continue hearing and seeing testimonies.
as far as results, though,
So results.
how do we get there? And I know what you mean by results, but how do we get there? Like, what are some realities that you really think that we should be knowing as Black women?
Child.
Like, what are realities that we need to know that we don't know?
Now, when you say Black women, as far as
Pregnant Black
coming
women
through,
coming through.
Okay, so we can talk about
experiencing childbirth, going through labor and delivery.
Yeah.
What are some realities that we don't know? Because, I mean, the information may be there, but if we don't know what to look for or the right questions to ask, we're not going to get that
so
information.
something as simple as not knowing how to read your blood pressure.
Okay.
I never found any reason why should I even know what my blood pressure is.
Or what is the significance behind blood pressure? What are your numbers?
Me personally, if I can think that way, imagine how another woman
would think,
right? So something as simple as not even on how to read your blood pressure, but we also have a workshop where we teach women how to actually use a blood pressure monitor machine.
Okay.
Or even how to articulate, because it's this thing. You feel you have the symptoms of high blood pressure, but then when you go into the hospital, it's completely fine. Maybe I don't. Maybe you can explain that part.
Yeah,
maybe you can't. But it's like knowing how to
advocate for yourself,
knowing how to advocate and navigate. So I took my blood pressure before I left the house, or I just took it 20 minutes ago, or maybe it's not my blood pressure. Can you check something else?
Yeah. Those small changes.
Those small changes, and taking accountability. And I don't taking accountability.
Okay.
For ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the women who don't have, because for me, it's easy to say we need to take more accountability. Everyone is at a different stage, different season of their healing journey, their trauma healing, because we all have different walks of life, right? My courage may not be where yours is.
Right.
Who speaks for them?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So when I say
I have the heart to say, to fight back, or
right?
Who
not even to fight back, not even the advocacy part.
Okay.
And shout out to the first midwife of Pennsylvania Hospital, the
what?
first Black midwife, Michelle Scuggs. She was actually on our panel for the first brunch we had.
Michelle, who was her name?
Michelle Lamar Scuggs.
Okay, shout out to Michelle Scuggs.
And I remember she asked a question, and I try to ask the same question anywhere I go. Who does your hair? Who's your nail tech? What's your dentist name? What hospital? What school did he go to? You may not know what school he went to, but you didn't. You wasn't just driving down the street and seeing a sign that said dentist,
and you just
went in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, let me play devil's advocate, because depending on somebody's resources, they did. Right.
Correct.
I may not do the research. Me knowing now, and I'm speaking for myself as well. Hahnemann Hospital. Do you remember Hahnemann Hospital?
Yeah, it's not there no more, right?
It's not there. Okay. Yeah, I know. But that was I lived by that. I swore by the hospital because
really?
That was all I knew. Right.
Okay.
I didn't know of Temple or Lincoln. I knew of them, but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Hahnemann?
Why Hahnemann? Because back then my insurance covered it, and
Gotcha.
that's what my insurance told me to go. I thinking that the insurance, because it's an insurance company,
Yeah,
all I had to do is call them and they say, go to this.
Yeah.
Not knowing that it's more than that
More
behind it.
options.
They get money every patient that they send. They cut, you know what I'm saying? It's a benefit for them. So there are people who will just go because their insurance,
Yeah.
and it was a free at that time. I was on the government insurance.
Yeah.
It's free.
This is the place
This is
to go.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But me not understanding and knowing the research and the statistics and everything that goes, the politics that go behind sending these minority people in this demographic to here, because you're doing research right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's where we come into play. And it goes back to the effectiveness of our work. I don't like to say that we're doing community work, but we are, because we're actually boots on the ground. And right before we came here, I had a text from someone else who said, hey, this young lady has been trying to get in contact with you. This young lady can't call Marsha Dimes on the phone and say, hey, I may need...
So you're accessible
Right?
to your people. You're in the mud right now.
And it's like we're actually making the resources, just like you said, they are there, but the access. I don't, and I'm going to be honest, I don't even think we get the credit. And when I say me, I mean organizations like A Home from Shana Foundation. I don't even think we get the credit that we deserve, because we're actually there. Like, we're actually bringing your resource. It's a big pot of resources, and we have to actually bring it to the table. It's not just any table. We have to take it into the community.
Okay.
And it's not just any community. It's South Philly, right? It's Kensington. It's West Philly. And I mean, I would say it's not right, but it is right, because it's not being done.
It's not being
So when I
done,
say
right.
effectiveness, that's what I mean by.
So, and there are a lot of organizations, because I Googled different organizations
Really?
across the U.S.
Okay.
And they're like, Google, first page, it was, you see it. I would have never Googled that if you would have never started this movement, right? I would have.
Okay.
It wasn't on my mind.
It wasn't on your radar, of course.
It wasn't on my radar. But not having the marketing or the publicity, because even though the resources are there, and even though you're bringing it into the community, you can do something in community, and then to people 10 minutes down the road don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, how do we change that? And it's all about continue to talk and be in the community. We are doing it.
Yeah.
Right? We are educating. But how do we get the bigger people involved? How do we get the chains off of their wrists?
Yeah.
Because, and that's a whole nother episode.
Sure.
But really, you got people in politics, or people that's sitting in these seats that don't want the change.
Right.
How do we go around that? How do we do that? What do we do without? I mean, we're going to get slapped on the wrist. We're going to get shut down. Like, how do we really attack this?
Or they want the change. They just don't want to. They don't want to see it quite yet. So it's easy to. You ever watch a fight and
like a boxing match?
Yeah, a boxing match, and the guys would be like, "Oh, for sure, it's going to go to 12 rounds."
They want to see the 12
No,
rounds.
it shouldn't go to 12 rounds. It's going to be done in 3 rounds. It's going to be done in 6. I think, and not only politicians, I think whether it's community leaders, maybe some politicians, some organizers, they like the fight.
They make money from the fight.
They
make money from the fight.
They like the fight. And the more rounds, oh my god,
the more money
they in there. They fighting.
But that's what I mean. Like, that if it's going to be a real impact, right? We got to turn it from a green situation.
That's what we do. That's my goal. And it may be because of my connection to this work in the first place.
Yeah, because it's personal.
Yeah.
To you.
So I don't want to go 12 and 20 rounds.
Right.
I want to go 6 rounds. And if we're in the thing, if I'm fighting, let me fight somebody else.
Yeah. 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 It's interesting. It's the whole system in its entirety, not just with this situation, but with just everything
Overall.
when it comes to our people.
Yeah.
It was never designed for us to win, to us to succeed. Even how the country and how everything is ran, we got to be sick for the money to come in. There got to be crime for the, you know what I'm saying? It's sad that it's never going to change. But how can we make impact in our tenure here? Because there's
Yeah.
always going to be the issue, right? We've been living with this issue for, it dates us, you know what I mean? What are we going to do? How are we going to make impact while we're here? Who can we save while we're here? And that's what I've conditioned my mind around to keep going.
Yeah.
I'm not out to change the world.
Right.
I'm out to help who I'm supposed to help.
Yeah.
Reach who I'm supposed to reach.
But
how do we do that? And that's.
Can I answer that?
Yeah,
Or how,
absolutely.
I'm not a specialist in, that particular question you asked. But you even saying I'm not out to save the world. I would say black woman, and I know it's here we go. No. Even with this situation that we have, even with this crisis that we have, if you don't have black women at the table,
getting in the room,
how in the world
you making decisions?
You can have as many committees,
right?
You can have as many research specialists, groups. You can have as many people as you, but if you don't have any black women at that table,
for us,
it's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time, right.
So for this, it comes back to black. You can have the top doctors, director of director. But if you don't have a black woman at that table, it's pointless.
They're
I don't care what you're studying or what you're trying to figure out. You need black women at that table.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I do also think that it's our responsibility to breed the next generation of leaders.
Absolutely.
Like, we can't let the torch fall, no matter what it's in, whatever the fight is. We can't let the torch die out. So it is your responsibility to start breeding that next, mentoring that next. And that's how you get the black woman at the table. Your branch can go across and not just down. You know what I'm saying? Their branches go across and not just down. And getting back to that community mentality.
Yep.
Like how it was back in the day. I remember growing up and the neighbors looked after me.
Yeah.
They looked out for you. Now it's not, because we're all for self. We're all like on our own little island.
And we're all over the place.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
With it. And I'm excited to see where it all goes.
Thank you.
Where it all goes. Now, y'all have community events. What are some things that's coming up? And if y'all do not know, the Mompreneur Huddle is one of the official sponsors for A Home from Shana. So I'm excited about that, to see how we can support.
Of course.
So definitely there will be some things that we have bringing to the huddle where you'll be able to support monetary support, physical support if you're in the area. You'll learn more about that. What are some things that you have coming up?
So as of right now, we are literally in the middle of our postpartum group therapy.
Okay.
We meet weekly with licensed therapists who are, we provide intimate, literally postpartum therapy.
Okay.
But it's a group session. So we have about 6 to 8 moms who meet weekly. Some are pregnant and some are actually experiencing, they're in their postpartum phase right now.
Yeah.
And in a few weeks, we are actually celebrating our first Caribbean Heritage and Wellness event.
Nice. So. First Caribbean Heritage.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your connection to the Caribbeans?
Girl, I'm Trini.
Yes, I wanted you to say it. That's why you're so mean.
Wow.
That's why you're so mean. Y'all have a little swag
and loving.
About, yes. No, I
and sweet.
One thing I will say.
It's a sweet spice. Don't do that.
No, I love it. One thing I will say about Shana, that all of her friends were a mixing pot.
Yes, literally.
She had friends from every walk of life, every nationality.
And you couldn't tell her she wasn't Ghanaian or Trini or Jamaican.
Yes.
Like, Shana was everything.
She was everything.
Oh, my goodness.
And I think that her friends was a direct reflection of who she was.
And still. Yep.
Because everybody's doing something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Everybody is moving and shaking. And everyone is just growing. And we have not disconnected.
Yeah.
We haven't.
Yeah.
You know? And I just think that that's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing.
Of course.
Yes. So how can we support A Home from Shana? How can the
Ooh.
audience look in that camera? Tell them how can we get in contact with you? How
Of
can they get in
course.
talk with you? I said in Takis. Why I say Takis?
I have no idea. I have
How
no.
can
Maybe
we
feeling a little
get?
spicy.
I'm hungry. That's what it is. You know I
Okay.
ain't eat yesterday.
So I'll make sure and do this part really quick. So you can follow us on Instagram, of course, at A Home from Shana Foundation. We have a donation page on our website at www.homefromshana.org. We are also on Facebook. If you would like to make monetary donations, we have a PayPal, A Home from Shana Foundation. Our Cash App is also Home from Shana Foundation, and you can Zelle A Home from Shana Foundation.
There we go. Everything
Everything,
home
no
from Shana
excuses.
Foundation.
Yes.
And we're going to put it in the description of this episode as well. I'm looking forward to everything that she has going on, even though I know I'm going to have some insight of what's going on.
Of
but
course.
I'm just glad to be a part of it as much as we are. Because whatever it is to make it work, whatever we got to do, if you need me to boots on the ground,
We're going to do it.
we're going to do it.
I know.
We're going to do it. You say, you know?
Yeah.
And I want to know, like, if you're watching this, thank you for staying with us this long. Let us know in the comments if you've experienced any situation like this, if you've lost someone untimely through this traumatic situation. Has it touched you? How has it touched you? Like, let us know. We want to hear from you. And I'm also, like I do with everyone else, I am volunteering her DM. So if you have a question, just go hop right in her DM and ask her. And this will also put a test to her niceness.
Boy.
And so go ahead, do your thing. Thank you so much to everyone who supports this channel. Thank you for everyone in advance who's going to help this movement in A Home from Shana. I do want to give a special shout out to our sponsor, Capri. As always, you can get your bags on discount, 20% off using the code word HUDDLE. And the description below will be the link for Liche Capri. Now, we're going to lighten up the mood a little bit before we go.
Okay.
Right? So I've been trying some little different segments on here just with just with some of the moms, just to see what works and what sticks. But I'm just going to ask you some questions and just see what you like, what's going on in your head. Okay? All right. So what's the last TV show you watched?
Oh, my goodness. The Shy.
Oh,
yes.
Are you hooked on The Shy too? Are you've been on The Shy since the very beginning?
Yes, the very beginning. So
okay.
I'm on season 7.
That's a good choice.
Yeah,
that's a good choice. You got time to watch TV? I'm jealous.
Oh, I was actually watching it as I was brushing my teeth last night.
Oh, okay.
On my
multitasking.
phone, so, yeah.
Okay. What's that turn up song that you got to have right before a big meeting, right, to get your mind right? You about to go in here, ask for this money, ask for this. Soca.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. It gets you there.
Yes, okay. And it keeps me there.
Yes. All right. So, are you seafood or soul food?
Well, my soul food is more like oxtail and curry chicken. But
if I said seafood or American soul food.
My soul food is oxtail and curry chicken.
Oxtail and curry chicken is
my soul food. If I had to choose between soul food and
American
seafood,
soul food.
What's American soul food? Fried chicken?
Fried chicken, collard greens, mac and cheese.
I guess it's collard greens and macaroni and cheese.
Okay. Not seafood? I would
No, seafood.
Yes.
No, first of all, the last time, no, crab legs cut up my fingers. No.
I thought for sure, listen, maybe we can have another conversation. I thought for sure you was a seafood girly.
A seafood what?
Yes.
No, ma'am. I love some cocktail shrimp, but I would never pick seafood over.
Seafood. Okay. Okay, girl. If you could move anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
To live?
Yes, to live.
Oh, my goodness. I never thought about that.
Really?
Look at you. Mm-hmm. I've never thought about that because I just started to come to the realization that I can live outside of Philly. Like, I would move away from Philly.
Yeah.
It took me a while.
Is that the plan?
You've been going how long?
Oh, geez.
So,
almost 4 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would really leave Philly now.
Okay.
So, I mean, not saying I want to, and I will, but the thought, like it actually exists now.
Well, that's good.
Of course.
That is good. And this is, if it gets too deep, you don't have to answer. But I'm curious.
Okay.
If Shana could say anything to you now about all that you have done, what do you think she would say?
if she can say anything
to you right now,
what do I think she would
about
say?
everything that you've been doing,
Oh my goodness.
all of the work, what would you think she would say?
Honestly, I think Shana will be right by my side doing this. Yeah. Or and I'll leave it at that. I can't even
Not if she was here. If she could say something
if
to
she
you
could
of your
say
progress.
anything?
Yes.
I don't know.
Because I know she's proud of you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know she's proud of you. What was Shana
She would
say?
probably be. I don't know. If she was here, I know she would probably be so shocked because, I'm supposed to be this mean person. She'll probably be in the corner laughing somewhere like, look at you, we're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Leave us with one piece of uplift to those women, to the ones that you want to touch. Look right in that camera.
One piece of
And
uplift.
one piece of uplift. And for anything that you want to tell them, any motivation to that one person that could be looking at this, that's experienced or felt that.
Okay.
Talk right to her.
Your story, you are not alone. I know it sounds cliche, but your story should be told. But you don't have to tell your story alone. And that you don't always have to be your story, but it should still be told. Even if it's not from you. Set the foundation, whether it's people, whether it's paper, whether it's the notepad in the phone, whether it's your imagination. Tell your story. Whether it's during, whether it's after, tell your story. Even as it's changing.
I like that. No, I like that.
Yeah.
Every woman deserves to tell her story, share her testimony.
Yep.
I like that. Part of the reason because that's what we're all about too,
Absolutely.
Creating, walking in your purpose, and that is your purpose. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you for
even though you had no
inviting me.
choice.
I know.
And again, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching, y'all. I just love this space so much. I just love bringing other women into this space, and we can have these talks and have these conversations. And this is not the end for you. This is not the end for you if you're watching. And like
Absolutely.
she said, tell your story.
Tell your story.
Tell your story. But, we're going to get up out of here. And until next time, crowns on, chin up, and you rock your week.
Yes,
have
ma'am.
a good night.